Sing was created as a method of protecting intellectual property. And so, that means the ability to prove the existence, this sounds really boring, but the ability to prove the existence of a digital file at a given point in time. And there's actually quite a lot to that if you think about it. If you want to protect something, you have to prove a few things. You have to prove who you are. You have to be able to show the thing that you're protecting, right? You need to have an unimpeachable date that says this is exactly when I came up with this thing. And all of those things bundled together are really what represent, or used to represent anyway, a copyright. We think that Sing takes it to the next level because it's the ability to create a copyright on the blockchain and to do it free and as often as you want. So you can protect all kinds of different versions of things. So really Sing was started around protecting this background intellectual property that all creators have, and to help them to collaborate. So that's really the genesis of the company. We started it about 3 years ago, and we actually began, we could talk in a few more minutes, in the patent space, believe it or not. And we found ourselves moving very much quickly towards creatives, where there's such a huge volume of IP being created.
So for the patent work, how did you discover a problem within the patent world that you wanted to solve?
Yeah, so I've been doing startups for, I guess, a lot of years now, maybe 15 years, something like that. And one of the startups that I did was of all things, a pollution control technology company. And it was really interesting, sort of science fiction at the time stuff. And we wound up getting, I think, something like 150 issued US patents by the end of my time there. So an awful lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm not an IP attorney or anything like that. I'm a marketing guy, but I got a front row center seat to what the invention process was like. I was even involved in some of those meetings. And it's this weird combination of needing to be able to collaborate freely, to be in an environment of trust with a group of other people, and just kind of build and come up with ideas and put them up on the whiteboard, and to feel completely safe and able to do that stuff. But at the same time, there's this really important need to be able to document exactly who said what, when. And those two things are kind of opposite, right? Either we're trusting each other and we're just collaborating and having fun and building something, or we're passing pieces of paper back and forth across the desk and signing NDAs. And that is not in the spirit of collaboration. So we tried to come up with a way to allow both of those things to happen simultaneously by using your smartphone to grab a quick picture or a voice note, or say, I'm here with Iris today and we're inventing this thing and she said this and I said this, right? And be able to track that stuff and to assign a date stamp to it. And so it really was the equivalent of lab books, if you will, in an engineering or in a patent environment. And that sort of grew into this way of easily protecting IP for patents. And then we moved towards creatives after that.